In this video, I will show you how to machine knit a pom-pom, explain how to vary the pattern to get different results, how to achieve the right size every time, and lastly, how to play with color and make my famous Peony Pom-Pom. Every one of the pom-poms starts basically the same way and can be made on any flatbed knitting machine. No electronics are required. First, let's learn the technique. Set the row counter to 0. Set your tension to a size appropriate for the yarn for stockinette stitch. Use your sample swatch as a guide. In my sample, I'm using worsted weight number 4 yarn on tension 7.5 on the LK150. Leaving a 24-inch yarn tail, E-wrap the center 5 needles. You may want to use a small weight at first. Knit 12 rows. Row 2, row 3, row 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thread a yarn needle with the beginning yarn tail and reinforce and draw up the cast-on row. Then bring the yarn through from the knit side to the purl side on the center stitch on the first row. Next, bring it up to the needles and slip it under the bars of the center stitch on the last 2 rows. Pull down on the knitting and at the same time with your thumb, pinch the threaded yarn tail against the knitting to keep it out of the way. You can also hold the needle with the same thumb to keep it at hand and ready to use. Your hand now becomes the weight. Knit 12 more rows. Again with the yarn needle, thread the yarn tail under the bars of the center stitch on the last 2 rows. You will repeat this until row counter is 156. As the pom-pom is knit, if you need more length to the yarn tail, just pull on it. See how the pom-pom is starting to bunch up? To end, thread the yarn tail under the last 2 bars of the center stitch, as before, and unthread the needle. Cut the yarn feeder yarn, leaving about 12 inches. Thread the yarn needle with this end. Run the ending yarn tail through the 5 stitches on the machine and remove them from the machine. Snug the stitches up and stitch through them to secure them. Now, with the yarn needle threaded with the ending yarn tail, bring the yarn through the center stitch to the purl side on the last row. Pull on the beginning yarn tail to expose the bars that were threaded earlier. Thread the ending yarn tail under these same bars, but in the opposite direction. Make sure you do not stitch through the beginning yarn tail as you do this. End with threading the yarn tail under the last bar of the center stitch on the cast-on edge. You should have a yarn tail coming out each end. Just pull on them to gather the knitted loops. Then, with your fingers, simply fluff and adjust the loops to form the pom-pom. Tie the 2 yarn tails together tightly and trim the ends to about 8 to 10 inches. It's ready to attach. Now, let's see what we have. The sample we did measures about 2.5 inches in diameter and has 13 loops. I find that 13 works quite well for most pom-poms in the size range from 1.5 to 2.5 inches. Each loop was formed by 12 rows. 12 rows is the interval. As a general rule, the diameter of the pom-pom equals the distance between the threaded bars on the knitting plus a 1/2 inch. In this example, The length of the 12 rows is 2 inches plus 1/2 inch. The 1/2 inch allows for the bunching at the center of the pom-pom. So, to make a larger pom-pom, work more rows between the threaded bars. With worsted weight yarn, if you work 16 rows between the threaded bars, the diameter increases to about 3.5 inches. However, that is not the only consideration. As the diameter increases, so does the surface area. So if you want the surface to be equally as dense, you also must increase the number of loops. For this pom-pom, I doubled the number of loops to 26 loops. Alternatively, make two 13-loop pom-poms and combine them. It has the same effect. Likewise, there are two ways to make a smaller pom-pom. Decrease the number of rows between the threaded bars or simply use a finer yarn at an appropriate tension. Now, let's talk variations. Lighten the loops by selecting the 5 needles but put the center needle out of work. When you go to thread up, just thread up the center bars of the stitch out of work. This is really handy if working on dark colors or heavy yarns. For narrower loops, select 4 needles and thread up the bars between the center stitches at the appropriate intervals. Instead of threading up the center, try threading up one of the edge stitches. It gives you a really strange brain-like appearance. Let's play with colors. First, try using a variegated yarn, or make pom-poms with fewer loops in different colors and then combine them. It has the same effect as striping, but you have less finishing. Make a peony pom-pom. Make 2 pom-poms in contrasting colors, one slightly smaller than the other. Then flatten the large one like this and use the latch tool or crochet hook to pull the ends of the smaller pom-pom through the center of the larger one. Tie the pom-pom tails together to secure. The possibilities are endless when knitting your pom-poms. They come out even every time with no fuss or wasted yarn. I hope you enjoyed learning to machine knit a variety of pom-poms. Please take a moment to subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications of upcoming videos. Happy machine knitting!